Good evening, everyone. My name is Jack Evericks. I am one of the advisors for Harley-Davidson as we try to figure out current problems with the company and what challenges we are facing. Top of the agenda today, we're going to be talking about the aging customer base and how we might have some solutions to that, or what we can do in the future to kind of challenge and combat that problem. As we all know, Harley-Davidson is one of the most prolific companies in the world in the motorcycle community. But a lot of our consumer base is a part of the baby boomer generation, and that generation is starting to fade out of riding motorcycles and buying new ones. Which means we don't have a giant younger consumer base that would allow us to continue to make the motorcycles that we are well known for, and that have started to become too expensive for that younger generation. And with how everything looks in the world right now, with rising costs of all goods, not just motorcycles and other productions, we need to combat that with maybe a cheaper alternative, or maybe just a different set of motorcycles that would allow that younger generation to learn and still enjoy what makes Harley so special. I think we need to expand our production line to allow for a wider variety of smaller and more affordable motorcycles, and that would allow us to step in the right direction with the younger generation so that they can enjoy what we all love in motorcycles. I think me personally, I grew up riding a Kawasaki sport bike, but my brother is a big Harley fan, as he owns a 2009 Harley Road King. But he loves that bike because it allows him to feel free on it, because he is a bigger gentleman, whereas I'm more of the average size man, to where that Road King is way too big for me to fit comfortably on and be comfortable riding it out in the streets. Which I think the biggest reason that we need to go to smaller bikes is to accompany that more average size person to where they are the bigger demographic, instead of, the mid 6 foot people who ride Harleys because that is the only bike that they fit on. The second problem that I wanted to get to and challenge that we are facing is the competition worldwide has grown exponentially over the past decade or two, especially with the Japanese brands like Honda, Yamaha, and Kawasaki growing and growing in the sport bike and dual sport community and dirt bike community. Their broader range of motorcycles allows them to go to a broader range of consumers that are willing, or that are looking for different styles or different uses out of their bikes that they wish to ride. I think that we need to kind of branch out to more outside of the heavyweight motorcycles, because even though we have the cruiser types, which is still a smaller bike that allows riders to still enjoy the comfort and power of one of our heavyweight models without having to deal with such a heavy weight, which some of our bikes get into that 1,000-pound range, where it makes it difficult for some riders to balance and be able to kind of walk without falling or dropping the bike. And Harley-Davidson, as a company, we need to increase or improve our position worldwide. We need to start branching out and start advertising to different demographics around the world. We need to focus on more cost efficiency and more innovation when it comes to newer and broader motorcycles. Other brands are consistently finding new technology and new types of motorcycles and faster bikes and smaller bikes that allow them to broad out and branch out to other the younger or other generations, and especially the younger generation. I think we need to invest more in our research and development so that we can make these more technology advanced motorcycles, while also streamlining the manufacturing process so that we can cut costs when it comes to manufacturing the motorcycles that we all love. I think that we need to build a fleet of a variety of motorcycles while still keeping our premium heavyweight motorcycles, while also building that new, sleeker, less lightweight motorcycles. Harley-Davidson will always be one of the most well-known companies worldwide. So getting the product name out there is not going to be a problem. It's going to be the product that we are putting out there. As the older generation starts to fade out, we need to be able to accommodate the younger generation that may not want to have such a giant bike that used to be a sense of power to people, and especially a sense of how wealthy and strong that someone might be. I want to thank you for your time this evening, and I hope that we can continue to build and be a better company for everyone in the future. Thank you.